So I feel like I am sort of due for an update here. I did a little bit of mucking around. How do I put this? You can do the normal campaign or you can do adventure mode. And the adventure mode progress actually carries over into the character you can play for campaign mode as well. So I thought instead of just continuing the campaign with these newer weapons that I've acquired, having them be a little bit under leveled, I could go into the adventure mode and get the resources I need to level up to get them to a certain level, so they're at my sort of respective level, so I can continue through the campaign without feeling a little bit underpowered or anything like that. And I sort of got a little bit carried away with it. We went through adventure mode and we went through like the whole first act again, or I went through the whole first act again, sort of collecting resources to upgrade my weapons. This one's on +5 now and this one's on +3, so we're pretty good in that respect. Our character level is up to level 8 and we've just grabbed a bunch of different loot and things like that. I'll just run through these for you right now. This one's gained 30% bonus damage every 5 seconds. The bonus switches between physical and elemental. I am running the Enigma now as a secondary instead of the pistol that I was using previously. And this synergizer is just really good with both of my main weapons. Like it switches between physical, which is the Nightfall, and the elemental, which is the Enigma. So depending on which one it is, one gun's going to be a little bit stronger. This one is elemental damage, generates 15% additional mod power. The sort of build that I'm going for right now is, I think the Nightfall ability, this Dreadwalker ability, is so insanely powerful that I'm pretty much just going to base my whole build around getting this up as much as I can. And then when I prop that, it'll just be like a lifesteal machine. And then I'll just be able to mow through the enemies, get all my life back, and then sort of rinse and repeat. And that's sort of what I'm going for, which is what this is also sort of built upon. Kaeula'S Jewel automatically generates 8 mod power each second, which is down the bottom right there. You can see when I enter this mode and I use it and then I come out of the mode again, you can see it on the bottom right. It's actually slowly generating more power on my Nightfall now without me having to actually hit any enemies. So there's no really downtime. If there's like a little bit of area where there are no enemies, I'm still going to be slowly regenerating that power, which is nice. This is shock damage increased by 10, which is really nice because of the Enigma, my secondary weapon, is just shock damage. And Farron's Sigil, critical and weak spot hits generate 10% additional mod power. This is probably the first ring that I would change if I was going to change a specific item at this point. But critical hits, you're always looking to get critical hits and weak spots, and just a little bit more additional mod power is always welcome. But before we move on, there is one very important thing that we have to do first of all. In Remnant 2, you are actually capable of unlocking a second archetype, where you chose the gunslinger archetype at the start, and I've been having a little bit of a look around what would be a good secondary archetype that we can utilize on this character, and I've sort of come across the handler, purely because one of their passive abilities with the dog is if you stay close to the dog, you get a passive regeneration of your health, and I think that would pair really good with our character right now. I'm actually considering switching the gunslinger to my secondary and making the handler my primary, because the prime perk as the gunslinger is when activating any gunslinger skill, both weapons are instantly reloaded and gain infinite reserve ammo on all weapons. I'm not too sure about the skill. I'm not really having an ammo problem at all. It might be because I'm just playing gunslinger, but it also might just be that I'm being pretty efficient, I guess, with my ammo, or I don't know. But nevertheless, I think getting a revive on the handler's prime perk might be a little bit more beneficial in the long run. So, if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure to unlock the handler, we have to have 1500 scrap, which I'm pretty sure I made sure I did. I can't actually see my scrap here, but I'm pretty sure if we talk to this bloke here, actually not this guy, hang on.
What's on your mind, Trap?
Just skip through this. I don't think this is the guy that has it. This is the guy, by the way, that I bought the shock ring from. So the old metal tool. This is, I think, to unlock the challenger guy. The challenger archetype.
Stu?
But the one we want is the handler, and that's over here. Old whistle.
This
Well, you take care
maybe
now.
Wallace will know.
So we've got the whistle. Down here, I think.
Traveler. They don't like it when I...
Here we go. Emitting ultrasonic frequencies is a tool that must have for any dog handler, making it irresistible to any well-trained canine and the ultimate key to dog communication. Oh, look at this Orb of Undoing. Resets all trait points. Nice. Oh, we can upgrade. We can upgrade our relic as well. Oh, why don't we have enough scrap? Oh, true, because we bought the silent whistle anyway. Okay, so we actually need 1,000 scrap to craft this. So lucky we had the perfect amount. So there we go. Yeah, so we can't upgrade this until we get a little bit more scrap.
Again, traveler.
That's good to know. But we have 2 simulacrum. So when we get back to that guy, we'll be able to do a few more dragon heart upgrades. But now we can do it, right? Here we go. Second one. Handler. So the prime perk, which isn't going to be activated because we have this equipped as our secondary one, but it's when the handler is down, companion will attempt to revive them at 50% max health. Can be used to revive allies with command. A downed ally must have a relic charge. So we could use this as a secondary, right? I think I'm actually going to switch these over. So I'm going to make this my active and this one not. When the handler is down, companion will attempt to revive them. So we are essentially a a handler now, completely switched over. But we started as a gunslinger, so we still got all the armor and everything from the gunslinger, and we keep all our weapons and everything. It's a very interesting way to go about it, but I think this is just going to be better. Whoops. So this is our checkpoint, but according to our primary objective, we need to go up here and open one of these 2 doors. So that's what we're going to do.
Great, more bad news.
Show the Enigma now. Oh, mate, look at the dog just raw aggro. That's pretty insane, actually. Wow, that is really insane. The dog just completely draws aggro and you're free to just shoot them from a distance. Okay, nice. So this is the first of 2 passageways. We want this, I think. And the things I was shooting out there is like the extra special ability or something, whatever they called, of the Enigma gun. Okay, here we go. Load up the checkpoint. The Forbidden Grove.
Okay, whole other world. How many of these are there? Find these segments, huh? About time we tie in that talking ball of light, hang out and meditate. Sure, that's fair.
Soldat. Those foreign to the pound have not been seen upon Yesha for long and long. The past once takes me. Or is it now simply part of what I am? It has been so long. The difference hardly matters. But the Paxultak, how comes it here, to Yesha? The Red Crystal. I have seen them in my restless slumber. The pestilence think of them often. Especially the stones of the Paxultak's earth. I am Bedel of the Vaunt. When this world was young, the Pan did service to the green and growing things. Now, the Pan betrays the world. And the world, the wolf, betrays the Pan. Farewell, Paxultak. May the Red Door watch its step.
Okay. Well, that wasn't really anything too interesting. Let's keep it moving. What are we going to be fighting now? Like plant enemies? That's what it seems like. There's a book up there, actually. There's the tomb already. Oh, can we go around and just pick it up? It looks like it's already just there. Wow, that was too easy. Okay, we got one trait point. What do we want to do here? We can put this one to the health, actually. Apparently we didn't max out health before. Okay, now it's maxed out. Mate, this is strange. There's like no enemies around. What is going on? Okay.
This isn't looking good.
Oh, here they come. Nice.
Oh, holy hell.
Oh, mate, I'm feeling really strong now.
Here they come.
How do you go into this version? As easy as that, mate. A little bit of luminite. So if I hold this down,
Alright, come and get some.
that lets out a howl,
Oh, it's over.
and that calls him back. Okay, interesting. Can we jump up here? Oh, I guess not. There's two different ways we could go. Well, I guess we'll explore over here first. I'm not sure what the relevance is of these like red pods sitting everywhere. I don't think they're too meaningful.
Oh, glad that's over.
I'm just gonna kill everyone we come across. It's probably got some meaning to it. And here's a big tree.
What summons me from my ethereal wanderings? Muzar. What kind of beast is this? Paxel Tech. I can share my wanderings with you. But first, I seek the knowing, the truth of nature held within your ark. You want to answer? So I will ask. Answer these questions true, sweet beast, so that your ark may be known and your eye may open. And do choose wisely. Answer from your heart.
I'll try this out, sure. Okay.
A powerful god conscripts you into their service and offers you a choice. You may rule the underworld and never return to the living, or you may serve at the god's pleasure in the mortal realm. Serve above, or rule below.
Serve above, mate.
You'd be surprised how little I hear that response. Your daughter has been killed. The murderer is arrested, and after many years, they are sentenced to death. Before the sentence is carried out, they come to you and explain that they are truly sorry, and they ask for your forgiveness. Nothing you say will change their sentence, nor bring your daughter back. Do you forgive them?
I guess it depends on the circumstances, but maybe.
Oh, what fun this is! A runaway cart races down the track toward 5 miners. You and a stranger are on a footbridge above, witnessing this. The stranger, who happens to be very large, leans over the rail to get a better look. You could save the lives of the 5 miners by shoving him onto the track below, stopping the cart with his bulk. Do you push the stranger, or risk the death of the 5 miners?
Risk the death. Because that's not my decision to make, right?
It's not every day a question determines the course of your destiny. Or is it? You are a key witness in the trial of a thief. The thief stole money from a market, but then donated all of the stolen coin to a neglected orphanage. Telling the truth, even the whole truth, will end with the thief in jail and the stolen coin returned to its proper owners. Do you report the thief, or allow the poor orphans to keep the coin?
Let the orphans keep the coin.
Fascinating. Brutes have seized your village with
Mate, how long
intent
does this
to
go
kill.
for?
You and your clan have taken refuge in the cellar of a large house. A babe threatens to cry out. In haste, you cover the child's mouth. The child cannot properly breathe, but if you remove your hand, the warriors will find you. Do you risk smothering the child to save yourself and the others?
I risk being found, I guess. You can sort of slowly lift it off without them making noises.
I see your wheels turning, sweet beast. You have chosen your path, sweet beast. Your heart is true. May the power of the doe's eye free you from your incarnate shackles.
New trait. Oh, nice.
Is there anything else you wish
I
to
got
know?
it, no need for more details. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving.
This has
Oh,
been
sick! We just got a new trait by doing that.
lovely distraction.
Baskin, damage reduction. Reduces all incoming damage by 10% when it's maxed out. Wow, that's actually really nice. We get a checkpoint over here. So we may as well grab this. Alright, let's go. Which way do we go now? Alright, you know what, let's go through here. It seems like it's some sort of dungeon on the side. But I really like these side dungeon areas, so we'll do this. Alright, here we go.
All right, let's do this.
Oh yeah, I see him.
Holy hell.
Forgotten for you. Man, it's so good to have the dog by my side. Just takes down anyone that comes
That's
close.
over.
That was strange. I couldn't reload for a second there. Hey, wait, what? Why can't I... Why can't I reload my gun? Oh, I guess I have to shoot the red stuff there to get rid of it. I don't know why he wouldn't hold on there. Why wouldn't he hold onto the ledge? What was that about? Okay. Whatever. Is what it is.
Okay, this is it. It's over.
Man, it's not letting me reload my gun though. This is so weird. Okay, let me reload it there. There we go. Now it's working again. Okay, strange. Oh wow, they actually hurt? Oh my god. See you later, mate. Alright, now's about the time I need to use the special ability on my Nightfall weapon. I need to wait for enough enemies though. Here we go. Okay, that'll do it.
It's over.
Can have a look what's down here. Not much. I'll check over here first. Oh no! Oh, that was close. Oh. Whoops. Oh man, they come from every direction. That's the awkward thing.
That's it.
Well, I'll have a look over here as well while we're already here. Can't shoot over there. Wow, that range there. Nice. Good job, little dude.
Oh, that was rough. Here we go.
So I think the blue variants of these guys are actually a little bit stronger. Might have to switch over to this now. That should do it. Yeah, nice.
Holy hell.
Nothing special here though. A little bit of forged iron, that's about it. So if we look at the character, yeah, you can see now it's actually leveling both sides. It's probably going to level the left side, our handler, a little bit quicker just because it's on a lower level, but it'll be interesting to see how that works. Nothing else here, alright.
Alright, let's do this. Holy... oh...
Doesn't seem like there's anything there. You have to jump up the top. Alright, I'm just trying to make sure I get all my... just cover all my bases here.
Here they come.
Ooh, well, mate, I am dying. Ah, that'll do. Whew. Healing effectiveness, okay. Probably not going to equip that.
Okay, this is it.
I might actually invest some of my strengths into damage reduction now. Coming up. Just so I take a little bit less damage. Because I'm starting to feel these hits, hey. They're starting to hit heavy. Oh, that does actually apply like an acid effect. Interesting. Might as well apply this trait while we're here as well. Skill cooldown, we go for reduces incoming damage.
Here they come. Well, at least that's over.
There's nothing over here? Nope. Alright. Let's move in this direction. Mate, the long range weapon is so much better in this on this map. And the dog's protecting me from all these attacks that would otherwise come from behind. Really nice.
Come on.
Nice.
That's it. Good.
We've got ammo for days here. Like, I don't really feel like it's a drawback that we swapped over our prime perk. Maybe if we were using like a machine gun or something that really just spread lots and lots of ammo. But because we're using such a precise weapon as our primary, I don't think ammo conservation is really that much of an issue. So this seems actually pretty okay. With the handler as the primary perk. Whoa, there's something here. Stone of Balance. Increases all damage by 7%. I mean, that's just... that is just positive. It's very... I don't know. I don't really feel like there's much synergy there, though, right? Like 7%, it's nice, but I think I'd rather something else, to be honest. Damage reduction. That's good. We've also got on our dragon heart thingy. We've got cracked ammo reserves +2, and I don't think we need that. We could probably go for something else. Elemental damage or health? Cracked range critical damage? Skill damage? So we got rain damage and mod damage right now. Could do stagger damage maybe. Elemental damage is good, but not on my primary. Could do critical. Not 100% sure about that one. About the critical, because I don't think critical damage is a trait that combines well with the handler. I think handler increases your damage, and specifically also ranged damage. But I don't think it synergizes with critical damage. I think that is more to do with the hunter archetype. Is there anything actually over here? Whoops. Oh, there's nothing here. I think that's where we came in. Alright. Let's go. Grab the checkpoint. Here we go, this is a boss fight. It looks like an arena.
Blade and spear, shield and stone. To arms. They come. The rot. They. Oh, a Paxotech. A terrible wonder, even for one who has seen many wonders. If its kind walk Yesha foreigner, then surely the wheel of the world is set to turn again. Perhaps it will grind me at last.
Alright.
Pain now outweighs peace in the measure of my days. God murderer.
Can I help you somehow? She came upon me at first light when the dew had not yet fallen from the grass. A carpenter, a daughter of a carpenter who was carpenter's son, the branches took her at once. I wonder if her soul is still clinched within her fair hand. How came I to this wretched state?
Reached the question before its tongue left home or hearth. The tumbling ruin beneath its tender pads was once a fortification, an encircling bulwark to the greatest conurbation ever brought forth on Yesha's soil. Such faith we put in its solidity. Merchant and marshal, peasant and prince, their souls kneeled at the altar of within and without. But a wall is a false god, built to crumble. The only thing a wall ever truly divides is a fool from his wisdom. The rifts open swiftly.
They split the blue wax stone as a hot needle kisses the young skin of the boil.
Poured through on tangled wooden limbs. Yes, the final calamity.
But how do you get stuck
For
like
40
that?
days, we fought them on these steps.
And the officers...
The
Soldiers fell first, and the officers, and they called upon the priests. We knew the children will be next, so we flung our very bodies into the breach. Some were torn apart like green shoots in a glutton's teeth, others were swallowed whole and vanished from the sphere. I stuck anguish cork in a malign
bottle. It seethes
Around me, it waits to disgorge its grotesqueries once more upon the Asia scattered skin.
Wanderer, it who would do
Is there another way?
No
strangers to this voyage? Just read them not.
Strike! Make flinders of the north!
Okay, this is it.
Uh-huh.
Tarry not! Take sure steel to my hated prison! Spend not his concern on one who wants no more of this half-life!
Okay. I hear you, buddy, I hear you. Just point me in the right direction. Maybe it means like underneath? Huh, there's nothing here. I guess we go back now. Oh, no? What does he want me to do, like cut around it? Is that what he means?
Tarry not! Take sure steel to my hated please for it. Its weapon is do not hesitate. Strike the ground, sunder the stars.
Oh, he just wants us to kill him.
Strike the ground, sunder the stars. Flinders of the north. Tarry not!
Oh my god. Oh wow, there's something here. There is something here. Alright, here we go. And this is why I got the nightfall, baby. It's really dead. Oh my god, there's another one? That's the Twilight, gotcha. Oh, he got me. He got me. Yes, got me up. Good job, buddy. Yeah. Oh no. Yes. Oh my god.
That was rough.
Alright, yeah, nice. So we've released him. Now what? Come on, pal, shake it off.
I gave myself to death lifetimes ago. And when death refused me, I clung to despair. I dared not dream.
I did.
I dared Paxaltec.
I've not tasted air unmixed with the foul humours of the entangling ages, nor dared I dream that I ever might again, much less the soft touch of food soil beneath my hooves or the kiss of the wind on my free fur. Faithless.
Paxaltec came, with war in its right hand, and temperance in its left. The Paxaltec
aim.
And I'm safe.
Two-handed
Twin warrior, it's my allegiance, whatever it may come. Hotech, have a gift for death. This is much true. This much is true, but they are not all
Perhaps if it
destroyers.
fights with us.
Perhaps if it fights
Perhaps
with
the
us. Perhaps.
wood may
Yeah,
yet
okay.
take this.
Ooh, here we go.
It be a relic of Wilhelmer, stewards
Build
of
it in
death.
defense of life. Thank you. New trait, rugged. Cheers,
No
mate.
thanks isn't, I think.
I shall linger
I-
here a while
many
yet.
are those
Many
who fell on
are
his
those who fell on these
blood-soaked
blood-soaked
steps.
steps. Okay.
No, these I shall endeavor to complete with.
whatever time is left
If
for
its
me.
road should ever wind this way again.
Grace me with a visit.
there are
No
yet
worries, mate. Be well.
there-
Okay, so what did we just get? We got a trait. What trait was that? Rugged. Increases the health of archetype summons by 0%. Well, that's not really that useful for me. I only got the dog. Increasing the health as the dog isn't the craziest thing ever. It hasn't actually even died once yet, so I don't really feel like that's going to be too useful. But it's nice to have, I guess. So let's go back. That has been sorted. That was more like a side quest, I think, and not one of the primary objectives. And it opened up the area again. So if we look at the map, are there still places to be explored? Not really. Oh, we got this actually over here. Oh, do we want to run all the way back over here? Yeah, we do. I sort of do want to make sure I've explored every nook and cranny of this place. Make sure there's no forged steel or galvanized whatever lying around. Forged iron. And I didn't go to any crystal or anything, any red crystals, so we could pretty much just run all the way back at this point. Just got to keep in mind that we do only have one dragon heart left. And it seems like all the enemies have started to respawn.
It's over.
Okay. Oh my god, how quick does that thing move? Wow, I did not realize I teleport. We're pretty much back to those off-roads that we hadn't explored yet. Oh, it goes up there. How do I get there, though? Oh, there's a ramp on the other side. Okay. Wow. I'm not actually sure if the dog can attack them when they're all the way up there.
Oh, holy hell. Shit.
I definitely need like a better way of healing myself. And I'm pretty sure when I unlock the next part of the dog, second trait, that will be that survivability that I need. Alright, here we go, we're up top now. Bit of forged iron. So much forged iron. Can I make that jump? Yeah. Just climb up here. Wow, this is really a whole new area, isn't it? I can't believe there's more to this place.
It's over.
Here. Well, there is actually something here. Ooh, a chest. Your relic dust. When we find the next checkpoint, the next crystal, we might go back and look to buy a mutator for one of our weapons. I think. Probably opens from the other side. Yeah. Alright. All the unexplored areas seem to be above us.
Damn. Over?
Here we go. Seems promising. Mate, I do not want to fight you. And up it goes. Is that an enemy? Yeah. That's where my my enigma comes in handy. Oh, nice. Level up. So we've leveled up the handle now. Right, so.
Glad that's over.
So if we have a look at the handler, gain 3% range damage and skill damage while companion is active and within 25 meters of the player. Alright, cool. Range damage buff, why not? Oh, actually, it goes up and around. Oh, it goes up this way. Thank God for the map. I never would have realized that. Jump that. I think we're all good. Mate, this is a ghost town over here. There's nothing. They probably all came to me before because I shot them from a long distance. Oh no, this guy's going to come alive, isn't he? Oh no. Alright, Talisman of the Sun. Is this going to be better? Increases fire damage by 20% and burning damage by 50%. Wow, mate, if we got like a burning weapon, if this was shock, that would have been MVP of this build already, but unfortunately it is fire. Nothing else here. Okay, that's it. that roundabout circus was just for the talisman. So, let's go back to town and see if we can make any upgrades. We're going to grab a mutator, hopefully one that will synergize relatively well with our kit. What we got going on. Wow, and the first boss fight we came across, our handler was MVP, reviving us straight off the mark. So good. Okay, so the mutators are over here. I don't think the mutator we got was good, was it? And we didn't even get one for any ranged weapon. It was another melee one, wasn't it? I think it was this one. Yeah. Either one. I don't really like melee. Like, I haven't really been using melee at all. It might be good, but I'm just having a lot more fun with the ranged weapons and stuff. Okay. So... this is good. Continuously aiming increases ranged damage up to 10% over 3 seconds. Ranged critical hit chance increased by 10%. That is clearly really nice. I'm not sure how to upgrade them though, unfortunately. Yeah, Deadly Calm, so it's already been put on automatically.
Greetings.
Oh, here, upgrade. Here we go, Deadly Calm. So I can upgrade it right now. I think I am just going to do that. Oh, I can keep upgrading it. Wow. I guess we should do that, right? We can do it again. So increased aiming. So aiming increases ranged damage up to 13% over 3 seconds. Yeah, nice. Okay. I don't see the buff anywhere on my heads-up display, but it'll be there somewhere. Alright, let's just go back to where we were. Oh, that's right. I was going to give in a simulacrum. I was going to give in a simulacrum to upgrade our dragon heart capacity. But I think to do that, I still need 1,000 scrap or something, like a fair amount of scrap to do it, so we can't do it now anyway. We gotta wait till we farm a little bit more scrap. Mate, so many things to farm and look to upgrade in this game. Alright, let's go. So that's one side area completed. Took forever, but we got it smashed out.
This place is something else.
Let's go again. A stone-like thing over here. Oh, amidst all the strange things you've seen, this object has somehow managed to avoid being categorized as the weirdest. We need Blood Moon Essence. Oh, it's all armor, right? Oh, material? Okay. Amulet ring. Summoning. Gain a Sakabu for each active summon. Okay, so this is pretty much like a summoning altar thing. Interesting. So if you're playing like a summoning class, that would be nice, but we're not really doing that. Grab the forged iron. Oh, here we go. This is our primary objective. Sweet. Okay, grab the checkpoint just to reset everything. Alright, here we go.
What the hell happened here?
Kaeula'S Rest. Oh, boss fight. Oh, maybe. Oh shit, I'm moving so slow. Okay. Well, we can't go in there, quite obviously. The only way that's open is over here. Oop. Okay. Headshot. We'll be good here.
Alright.
Well done, doggo. Oh, boss fight. Nice. Oh, mate, I love this gun.
Here they come.
Wow, these guys have like long range weapons as well, actually. Like homing bullets? Wait. Alright, nice. Can I open this door? Nope. Oh. Ah, okay, so we need a key. Man, all this forged iron we're getting. I wish we had a little bit more scrap so we could make some upgrades. There it is. Temple key.
Damn.
Ah, too easy. This should quite obviously be for the door that was locked. I hope. Otherwise I don't know where it would be. Yeah, nice. Alright, we're in. Oop, hello.
Alright, come and get some.
I'll just pop that for now. Can't hit him. Nice. Is that it? Yeah. The bright stone. Mate, we're collecting forge iron for days. It's a shame to upgrade this weapon again. We don't actually need that anymore. We need like the next material up. Alright, switch to this one now. See you later, Mike. Easy, mate. Here we go. Alright, we'll check these corners for any extra resources. Nope.
I can't carry any more of that.
Nothing over there. Alright. Oh, hello. Wow, there's a lot of enemies that go all the way back there. I guess we'll search this area first. It seems like it goes to a little bit of a dead end. Maybe. Maybe not.
Glad that's over.
Actually, I don't think it does. I think... Yeah, okay, we'll knock this out first. There's like a little small area that this ladder goes up to. Oh, mate, I'm really happy that I checked this. Another item. Vestige of power. Even though... what does this ring do?
Yeah.
After 10 seconds of not being damaged, increases ranged and melee damage by... That's not bad. Because I don't usually take that much damage, to be honest. The problem is if shit hits the fan, it's going to be a little bit useless. I'd rather have maybe some sort of health regen. I think I do have a ring with health regen on it, and it might actually be worth considering using that now. Because I have there's so much downtime in this game moving between packs of enemies. Right, it could actually be worth it just putting on like a passive regen of some sort.
Okay. That's it. For now.
Check this. Nothing. Oh, here's a book. Yes, here's the tomb for this area. What is that? Book of Knowledge? Tomb of Knowledge? Sweet. We'll put that in... Damage reduction. Yes. Is that something? That sneaky little bastard. Oh, hang on.
Well, that's over.
Nice. Yeah, I don't really see much point in using melee. Like, when they're that close, it's not that bad. Oh, wow, okay. Look at this now. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so dead. I'm so dead after that. Okay, I managed to get that off there. Yeah, I'm actually screwed here. Okay, come on, Doggo. Revive me, buddy. No! Oh, I timed it wrong. Damn it. I think the crystal's so far away as well. Oh, we're gonna have to run back to that point. Oh my god. You good, mate? You resist that? No way. Oh, wow. Let's go Shadow Walker mode. Yes.
It's over.
Alright, nice. It's still not the hard guy that we're going to come up against now, though. Like, that was still the easy guy. That's sort of the, like, the semi-boss, if you will. Actually, let's go over here first.
My lucky day.
Key of Kaeula. Okay. Oh, what? Oh. Okay. break open the exit for us. Let's go. Yeah. I need to keep shooting there. Get my health back up with this ability. Get away. Oh, this is doing damage to him, okay. Yes, nice. Now he's back again. Oh, mate. Dragonheart used. Nice. Rock it off. I need to get the revive from the doggo in a sec. Doggo, come on, mate. Come on, get me up.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He had like a relatively decent amount of health left. But he still died? I mean, I know I hit him with one of these electric coil things, but did that really do the rest of his health? That was... Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it, mate. Sick. So he broke open the door. I think it was at the back side over here. We've got a trait point as well. May as well invest that. We're going to go... Basking. Was it over here? The door that he broke open? I think it was? Oh no, over there. Whoops, wrong side. He broke open the other side for us. So I'm assuming there's going to be something there we need to collect. You know what though? I'm thinking I might switch one ring. Pretty cool, and weak spot hits generate 10% mod power. That's okay. Shock damage, I like. Mod power. Passive is good. And this is... What's this one again? Elemental damage generates 15% additional mod power. I think I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to switch it out for the one that regenerates my health over time. Let's see if it makes that much of a difference. If I can actually find it. Here, increases health regeneration by 0.25 and relic use speed by 25. Let's see if that actually makes a difference to my health going up. It does, actually. You can actually... It's really noticeable. Just like every couple of seconds, a bar of health goes up. Wow, this is... Okay, this is nice. So I don't have to fully rely on my... my Night Weaver gun thingy to just get the lifesteal. Alright, happy about that change.